Although I do love my Sonos speakers, they're not perfect. One of the problems that I do have with them is there's no easy way to turn them up or down without having to go into the phone. Although I love my Lutron Caseta light switches, I am left with a drawer full of 3 or 4 extra Pico remotes that I just don't know what to do with. Well, luckily, Lutron and Sonos got together and gave me something to do with them. There is an integration that does not require Amazon, it does not require Apple, none of the above. You basically just need the Caseta hub, you need your Sonos speakers, you connect them together, and then suddenly your Pico remote is now your volume and your remote control for your Sonos devices, which is pretty awesome. Let's take a look at how we set this up. So we're going to go into the Lutron Caseta app for this integration, and we're just going to click on the little settings wheel up there, the gear at the top left-hand corner, and we're going to have to add a device. We're going to sync, we're going to say, okay, what do we want to do? We want to go down here at the bottom, and we want to do a Sonos sound system. So you're going to be asked for your credentials here. Mine was already set up, so I wanted to come back in and show this again. So the following Sonos rooms were found and have been added to the app. Okay, cool. So now, again, you're going to have to put your credentials in, but you now have that Sonos, whatever rooms, whatever speakers you have, you got multiple rooms, you can get that to work. So the next step is adding the Pico remote, and then we're going to assign it to that particular Sonos room. So getting ready to add the device, we're going to say, okay, I want Pico remote, not the normal Pico remote. I want Pico remote for audio, right? So I'm going to hold down that button for 10 seconds until the LED blinks quickly. When that happens, it's going to find the remote. It's going to ask me to put it in the room, and you can put it in whatever room you feel like. Typically, you're going to have a room where your Sonos actually is, but these things actually don't have any relationship from a room standpoint. The rooms themselves don't synchronize, right? So there, living room audio Pico added, finishing the setup. That is it. So you can see here we got the audio Pico. Now let's go over to the Sonos app and see how this works. So I've got no audio because I don't want to get in trouble with copyright police, but you can see here the top button is going to give me a play and a stop function, so I can do both of those. And then, of course, the volume, the middle top arrow is going to be volume up, volume down. And I've also got the ability to do a fast forward, right? So I can go to the next track. And I can also do a rewind as well. So all of those are available. One thing that is important to note, though, is that you can't change the function of any of these buttons. You could go into the Lutron app and you can access them directly, just like you had the remote in hand. So you could play, volume, all that kind of stuff from there, but you can't change them. So that is a limitation that you just kind of have to live with if you want to use this as a remote. So this may seem like a really simple tip trick kind of a thing, but you know what? Hey, I didn't know about it. I figured you guys might enjoy knowing about it too. You may have a Caseta Pico remote sitting around in a drawer just like I did. You may have a Sonos sound system that is aching for a remote. What do you guys think? Useful, not useful, interesting? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, likes, subscribe if you haven't, and if you want to know how to make your house just a little bit smarter using Apple HomeKit, please check out the video details where you can see a coupon code to my Udemy course. Thanks.